Hello everybody and welcome to lesson 6 of street dance styles. So here is your starter task. So please pause the video now, writing 1 to 6 and answering these questions. Okay, so let's go through the answers. Defining isolation, so that independent movement of part of a body. Defining strength is muscular power. Defining stamina is the ability to have mental and physical endurance over a long period of time. Naming 2 dynamics, you could have had soft, smooth, sharp, slow, sustained, anything that's describing how we're dancing. Name 3 hip hop grooves. So one might be the Biz Markie, the WAP, the Robocop, the Smurf, the Bart Simpson. Name 3 different styles of street dance. So we've got whacking, voguing, breaking, crumping, locking, popping, b-boying, b-girling, house dance. Continue to remind yourself of that street dance is our umbrella, and there are lots of different ones that we're studying along the way. And our extra challenge is to create 1 sentence describing the development of locking. So can you remember how locking started, maybe who started locking, what decade locking started in? Just have a think and make sure you've attempted that extra challenge, please, now. Okay, let's just look quickly at an overview, where we've been and where we're going. So previously, last lesson, so lesson 5, we looked at locking dance history and key locking movements. You watched the locking tutorial and you also learned a locking dance with Bradley from Zoo Nation. So today you are using all of that knowledge to create your own choreography, so your own solo. And in the future, we're going to be learning and continuing this unit by learning some more different street dance styles. Okay, learning objectives for today, lesson 6. So, to create a locking choreography using the key actions, to demonstrate facial expressions and focus. So these are our 2 new skills that we're looking at today. And our extra challenge is to perform levels and dynamics in your locking phrase. And our literacy focus is to use key locking terminology and dance vocabulary when choreographing. Okay, I would like you to pause this video now and have a read of this text just to remind yourself about how locking started, and that way you can check your extra challenge from the starter task to check your information was correct. Pause the video now and do that, please. Okay, so can you remember the locking movements? Have a think. We have the up lock, also known as the muscle man, the lock and stop, wrist rolls, points, pacing and clap. Those were all of our locking movements that we looked at in the tutorial last time, but you would have learnt some more and those ones with Bradley in the solo. And remembering that we looked at the 2 skills, isolation and strength. So just a reminder of our locking steps. We have them here. So the up lock, the lock, the wrist rolls, points, pacing and clap. So if you need to remind yourself of these, you're going back to that previous video, that locking tutorial video, where the man goes through each of these movements. So if you need to, you can do that now. Okay, moving on to today's key dance terminology. So 2 new skills that we're learning today. Facial expressions, which is an expressive skill. So it's the use of the face to show mood, feeling or character. So what expression are you putting on your face? For example, are you smiling? Therefore, you're projecting a happy, positive kind of storyline, mood and feeling. Our second skill today is focus, which is another expressive skill. And focus is the use of the eyes to enhance performance or interpretive qualities. So it's essentially, where are your eyes? Looking out to the audience is going to be good for your performance. So using your eyes to enhance the performance. So just pause that video now and take in all of this information. We need to learn this skill of facial expression and focus. You need to understand what they are before you can actually do them. Okay, let's do a practice question. So we've done this kind of formula before for hip hop and for house, so we should be used to this now. So describe a locking movement using actions, space, and dynamics. And this is a 3-mark question. So our actions are our what is the actual movement, what is the dancer doing? Space is obviously the where is the dancer, what level, where are they facing, where are they on stage? And our dynamics are how. So we're describing how that dancer is performing that movement. So I need you to pause the video, write out the question and write an example answer. Please remember this is in the style of locking, so it must be locking actions that you describe. Pause the video now and have a go for yourself. Okay, task 1 is to create your locking solo. So you've been, last lesson we learnt Bradley's locking solo. So feel free to use movements from there, but you are coming up now with your own choreography. Your criteria is to make sure you include at least 3 locking movements. So you might want to whiz back to our 6 main locking movements, and you will want to use at least 3 of those locking movements. You will also want to make sure you change direction. So don't just stay facing the front, make sure you use your diagonals, maybe the side, maybe even the back. Make sure you use different rhythms, don't have your choreography being the same pace throughout the whole routine. And aim to create 24 counts worth of a locking solo. And also we are going to use today our 2 new skills, our expressive skills, which are facial expressions and focus. So not only are you going to have to create the movement, you're going to have to create what your face is doing as well. Are you going to be smiling? Are you going to be kind of a shocked face? What is your face going to be doing? And also, where are your eyes going to be? Where is your head facing or turning? Those are your criteria in order to create your solo. So you now have the rest of the lesson to choreograph this locking solo, please. Once you are finished, you just need to come back onto the MS Teams call.